Broken protagonists? Check. Fresh action anime? Double check. Today we're diving into the absolute newest 25 shows where our heroes are scarred, savage, or just plain broken, but still serving insane fights, twists, and hype storytelling. Kicking off with number 10, Ninja vs. Gokudo. What do you get when you mix stealthy, traumatized ninjas with slick, power-hungry yakuza? Absolute chaos. Ninja vs. Gokudo is set in a blood-soaked Tokyo, where ancient shinobi clans clash against modern criminal syndicates. The protagonist, scarred by a tragic past, can't even smile anymore, yet he slices through mobsters with deadly precision. Think Tokyo Revengers, but cranked to 11 with swords, guns, and betrayal every 5 minutes. Honestly, the Yakuza in this series are so shady they make loan sharks look like saints. If you're hungry for stylish fights and raw emotion, this is pure adrenaline wrapped in dark comedy. Also, the animation looks slicker than a katana fresh from the forge. Sliding to number 9, Golden Kamuy, Inazuma Goto to Mamushi no Ogen Shimaenaga. Golden Kamuy never disappoints when it comes to wild characters and unpredictable violence, and this OVA is no exception. We're getting a standalone story focused on Ogen and Shimaenaga, two figures nicknamed the Lightning Thief and the Viper. Honestly, these two feel like they belong in a Quentin Tarantino fever dream. Half comedy, half carnage, all unforgettable. Set against Golden Kamuy's brutal survivalist backdrop, this OVA gives us more of that gritty treasure hunt chaos but zooms in on personal vendettas. If you've ever wanted to see Golden Kamuy side characters get their own bloody spotlight, this is the treat. It's short, intense, and will probably leave you laughing uncomfortably while rethinking your trust in snakes. Landing on number 8, Spy Family Season 3. Yes, our favorite dysfunctional spy assassin telepath dog family is back. Season 3 continues the saga of Twilight juggling espionage and fake dad duties while Yor handles assassinations between cooking disasters, and Anya, well, Anya's still carrying this anime on her tiny psychic shoulders. This season leans harder into Twilight's cracked mental state. Dude's literally trying to stop wars while faking PTA smiles. Honestly, Yor's emotional baggage plus Twilight's double life means this family is held together with duct tape and Anya's memes. If the Cold War thriller vibe mixed with wholesome chaos hasn't hooked you yet, you're missing out. Season 3 promises higher stakes, sharper comedy, and more. I can't believe this is canon. Moments that make it one of 2025's must-watch action comedies. Looking at number 7, One Punch Man Season 3. Guess who's back? Our bald savior Saitama, still bored, still depressed, still ending monster arcs with one casual jab. Season 3 dives into the Monster Association arc, so expect absolute carnage, and some of the best villain rosters the series has ever thrown at us. But here's the kicker. While Saitama's mentally exhausted from his godlike strength, his allies like Genos, Bang, and even Garou are the ones facing emotional breakdowns. This season is dark, gritty, and yes, beautifully stupid. We're talking rooftop-shattering battles that make Marvel movies look like playground fights. Saitama may be broken by boredom, but watching him casually obliterate universe-level threats is anime comedy at its peak. Admit it, you're only here for his grocery sales arc. Dropping to number 6, My Hero Academia Season 8, final season. The end game is here, and boy, is it heavy. Season 8 concludes Deku's journey from awkward crybaby to full-blown legend. The final war arc puts everything on the line. Heroes shattered, villains more unhinged than ever, and all for one refusing to die like the stubborn anime grandpa he is. Deku himself? Mentally wrecked but determined. Classic broken shonen protagonist vibes. Let's be real. My Hero's had ups and downs, but seeing Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku throw down one last time against Shigaraki's chaos is hype you can't skip. Even if you gave up mid-series, Season 8 will drag you back in just to scream at your screen one more time. Goodbye, UA High, you were messy but iconic. Sliding into number 5, Let This Grieving Soul Retire. Season 2, Kray's life is one giant cosmic joke. He's the supposedly weak childhood friend, yet somehow he's forced into leading the strongest adventurer party around. Season 2 doubles down on his reluctance, tossing him into ridiculous quests while his overpowered teammates destroy everything in sight. Man just wants to retire, maybe open a tavern, maybe binge some fantasy Netflix, but nope, fate keeps slapping him back into dungeons. The comedy hits even harder here, but what makes it interesting is Kray's broken spirit. He's not your usual power fantasy protagonist. He's a guy crushed by the weight of expectations. And honestly, relatable. Who hasn't wanted to quit while their friends drag them into chaos? Zero G's animation keeps it crisp and hilarious. Climbing to number 4, Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. This title is long enough to be its own light novel shelf, but trust me, it's worth it. Betrayed and left to die by his party, Light awakens his infinite gacha cheat and summons Mei, a maid warrior at level freaking 99999. Broken? Oh yeah, emotionally shattered. But instead of sulking, he builds an underground empire of overpowered allies. 3 years later, he's basically running a dungeon state while plotting revenge against everyone who betrayed him. It's revenge porn wrapped in dungeon building glory, and it slaps harder than you think. The best part? Light isn't noble, he's bitter, calculating, and scary. This isn't your fluffy isekai, this is, what if the guy you ditched in a raid came back with God mode enabled? Storming into number 3, Tojima wants to be a kamen rider. This anime is both hilarious and heartbreaking. Tojima, a 40-year-old salaryman, still dreams of being a kamen rider. One day, he throws on a plastic mask during a robbery, somehow saves people, and instantly becomes an internet meme. Sounds funny? It is, but it's also tragic, because Tojima's clinging to his childhood dream to escape a soul-crushing adult life. The action sequences parody classic tokusatsu while still hitting you with legit emotional punches. He's broken, not because of trauma, but because adulthood itself broke him. Honestly, this anime is like a midlife crisis with transformation belts, and it's glorious. If you ever wondered what happens when nostalgia collides with real life, Tojima is the messy, inspiring answer. Crashing into number 2, Otherworldly Munchkin lets speedrun the dungeon with only 1 HP. Reincarnated with literally 1 hit point? That's not a disadvantage, that's a straight death sentence. Yukido Kirihara dies saving his sister, only to wake up in a game-like world with a busted stat sheet, 1 HP forever. Instead of crying about it, he embraces speedrun strats, cheesing mechanics, and breaking dungeon logic like he's streaming on Twitch. The broken part? His psyche. He's constantly on edge because 1 mosquito bite could send him to the afterlife. The tension makes every fight 10 times more intense, and the dark comedy practically writes itself. It's an isekai tailor-made for gamers and masochists alike. Also, his determination to save his sister despite his fragility, low-key inspiring, high-key stressful to watch. And finally, number 1, Star Wars Visions Volume 3. Yep, Star Wars is back in anime form, and the galaxies never looked this wild. Volume 3 continues the anthology tradition, like bringing in different Japanese and international studios to create original short stories. Expect Jedi, Sith, bounty hunters, and probably more heartbreak than you're ready for. What makes it fit here? Almost every protagonist in Visions is broken in some way, haunted by war, weighed down by duty, or trapped between light and dark. The beauty is in the experimentation. You never know if you're getting a tragic samurai-style duel or a heart-punching coming-of-age tale. Volume 3 proves once again that anime makes Star Wars darker, weirder, and honestly better than most live-action attempts. Sorry, but facts are facts. And that's the list. 10 fresh 2025 action anime starring protagonists so broken they make therapy look like an optional side quest. Which one's topping your watch list? Drop your pick in the comments. If you vibed with this countdown, smash that like, subscribe for more anime breakdowns, and to join me next time for even wilder recommendations.